Welcome everyone to Arts Class and Everything in Between. I am your host, Eileen, aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this show and my YouTube show, The Little Crafter Show, can be found on my website, eileenthelittlecrafter.com. Thank you so much for joining me on my third episode. Yay! It kind of feels weird starting all over again, guys. It's surreal, but it is what it is. I'm excited and I'm happy. And so let's get into today's podcast, which is all about life update. And thank you guys for your comments and your feedback on my last two podcasts. I would like to thank GM Crafter Gloria. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm doing well. Again, I don't know if I stated this in my last podcast, but this was the podcast about what happened and explaining everything to everyone. Was not for pity. It was just kind of a cleansing, something that I just needed to get out. And it's kind of weird. I know you're like, well, the whole world knows about it now. But it's kind of weird, like when you have like a couple of people following you and, you have the numbers that you have, then people are like, well, what happened? What's going on? Yada, yada, yada. In my head, that's me. And also, I kind of feel like I needed that. I needed to express myself and maybe hopefully, in some way help anyone else that, is struggling the same thing. Like I said, I'm no expert on this. I know that, it's hard and you go through stuff, and even though you may have support, you may need additional support, which is what's, is happening. That's the reason why I said, I am going to therapy, and, it is what it is. We're moving on, and we are, slowly and steadily getting, feeling better. Things are working out, one step at a time. So moving right along, speaking of one step at a time, I am finally happy to announce the website is up. Yay! So super excited. So two things that are bummers. One, it is only desktop form. So mobile device, you'll get this big old website page, but it is what it is. Sorry about that. And the contact me form, no longer there because it's part of the business package, and I'm not going to do the business package. I wanted to downsize anyways. So I do have a email website, not the email website. I do have under the contact me portion of or section of the website, I do have an email address that you can use, which is eileenthelittlecrafter.com. So I checked it out. It works, and so that's good. So yay! So that's pretty awesome. So what else? I think that's it. I am going to make a video about how to navigate the site and try and hopefully keep it on the site so you guys can know how to go to. It's pretty simple. I mean, like if you go to the podcast page, you'll look at the word podcast, because I was just normally on the title, I try to put on the title, like, let's say if it's podcast, I put podcast, and if you click on the title of that page, then you'll go to the podcast page. But that wasn't working, so I was like, so I just kind of gave a brief description. A brief description, and it has some keywords there like podcast. You'll go directly to the podcast section, actually you'll be taken to speaker, and like YouTube, if you guys want to leave a comment or thumbs up, thumbs down. So I would love to hear your comments, whether it is a thumbs up or thumbs down. It is what it is. So sorry if you guys are hearing about the noise in the background. I try to find the most quietest spot in the house, but apparently when you live in New York City, you're always going to have some type of noise. Moving right along, I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm disappointed that my candidate didn't win. I voted for Hillary, and I wish her the best of luck in her coming days. I know that she may not run again, but I just want to thank her for trying and always trying to think of, other people and putting them first. That's just my opinion. I know people are going to be like, la, 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 la. Don't even go there. I have put this on my Facebook. I'm not going to spill words of hate. I'm not going to tolerate unnecessary drama. I never say anything too much, or I try not to say too much on other people's pages because, I don't know, I just didn't want to say, oh, well, I don't agree with you, yada, yada, yada. I'm just like, whatever, let them believe what they want to believe. At the end of the day, Mr. Trump won, and I am not happy about it, but I really honestly do hope that he does put America first. Honestly, you're never really going to convince me that, that's his reasoning behind it. Because that's just, I don't know, there's too many things, and I know people are saying, oh, the media, they scrutinize it, and that he's best. Personally, he never really, in all my opinion, he's never really helped New York. He's never helped Atlantic City, and I never felt that he was I don't know, I don't want to say true New Yorker, because I've always felt that he was not someone that I felt that I feel that he put a blight on the city, in my opinion. He was just one of those people that, oh, a dog eat dog, how people already have negative connotations or comments about New York anyway, so, he was just like the poster boy, in my opinion. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So anyway, so that's what I mean about not convincing me. I am a New Yorker. I don't think he's done anything for the city to help them. And so it's just that's just my opinion. It is what it is. And if you have any comments or questions, if it's too nasty, I'll just erase them. Yeah. So, and I've also stated that I pray to my goddess that, we as a nation can find some love, peace, compassion, and understanding. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. And so yeah. So moving right along on that. So what else has been going on, guys? I definitely would love to have David on the show, because this would be so fun. We've been playing a lot of different video games, and I want to hear his take on it. I've been really loving I'm really loving the remasters games, because now we can replay them on our PS4. We kind of go through phases of on again, off again video game stuff. I'm not really a huge fan of the VR headset thingy. Because I can't remember the name of it at this point. I love, talking to him, or, about the game, and watching it, and saying, oh, try this, or, oh, look over here, that type of thing. I love playing Tekken. I play some of the, some games every now and again. What else do I like? The God of War, I played one. I forgot which one. So I do I am not just one of those kind of girls that just sits there and watches. I do actually kind of interact and be like, oh yeah, what's this and all that, and oh, I didn't see that coming, or oh my goodness, or try that again, or oh, what's over here, that type of deal. I do actually get my hands, on a controller every now and again. And my favorite games of all time are Tekken, and I'm super excited about that. I can't wait for the God of War to come out. I kind of really wish, I can't wait to get my hands on Dishonored. I really do not want to pay full price at this point, so I think I'm going to wait for a little bit after we also are replaying Dishonored Part 1. I don't think we never really finished it, so that's pretty cool. What else? Yeah, so moving on along from that one, I do have a couple of anime that I would like to review for you guys. There's some really good ones this fall, and some old ones. Well, yeah, some old ones that I've been playing around that, that I play. I know that a lot of people are not not comfortable. What I wanted to say was not happy with one of my last podcasts about the Funimation Crunchyroll partnership. I personally, like I said before, I'm not thrilled with it because I like my subs. I am not crazy about dubs. It just, when you look at the anime, sometimes the voices just don't fit. It just, I don't know. It's just me. And the fact that, Crunchyroll hasn't lowered down their prices, because the same anime is on Funimation and the price is cheaper, but they're in English, and it's just, not all of them are on English. I haven't really explored the site, and I kind of find that Crunchyroll is a little more easier to navigate, so you know exactly where everything is. With the new episodes and new anime, it's kind of easier, but that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. I don't mean to be rude. It's just, I kind of feel like that's the kind of week that I've been having. Take it or leave it kind of a week. And it's just really, really odd. And I'm sorry if I'm sounding rude. I really do not mean to sound rude at all, folks. I am not a rude person by any means. Well, when I have to be. So but yeah, so that's something that I gotta stop, because that's not cool. I'm not crazy about when people say it to me. So anyway, moving right along. So that's coming up. What else is, I've been doing, and I have to say hello to Nicole and oh God, Pam, Pocono Pam. Tell them hello and thank you. And everyone else who's been doing the daily marker. It's a 30-day daily marker challenge. Kathy Rakusin does this, and the lovely ladies who participate. And it's not anything. It's just something. And if you hear my cats, I'm sorry about that. She just decided that she wanted to come over and pet me, mommy, pet me. Ah! You are so annoying. You really are, girl. I can't find peace. Anyway, moving right along. It's just to color. It's just to have fun, create, and just be happy, And I've just been watching a lot of different people who I follow on Instagram. They've been doing this challenge, and it's day 9, and I've just been really fascinated, enthralled, amazed, and I said, you know what, let me try. So I've done a couple of projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start posting them up, and not too many details about this, that, and third. I may do a coloring video one day just for the heck of it. So I don't know. We'll see what transpires in the coming days. I got to get this done all before little man comes home, because he does not like going down to the studio. He gets so bored, and yeah, even though, because he likes to be in his room on his bed watching YouTube. YouTube. He's my YouTube monster. Anyways. So I will be giving you guys a heads up on that, and telling you guys, what I've been working with. So far I've been working with some I made a mixed media page out of just solely crayons and a stencil from, oh God, I forget his last name, Abner, I believe the Mr. Abner stencil from Stencil Girl, one of his older ones. He's just an amazing artist. I mean, they all are. Those people who are artists, I mean, I have a lot of different people that I love to follow and look at. But Stencil Girl is like really kind of my go-to stencil company because they have a lot of different I wouldn't say unusual. The word is unique, different, and fun stencils. I mean, I love Crafter Companions and some of the stencils that they sell at Michael's, but Stencil Girl for me is kind of, and then Crafter Companions, and then Michael's has some pretty good. I mean, a lot of different other companies. I mean, it's just, if I was thinking about the now, because I don't really buy a lot of stencils, but those are my three main places that I buy stencils from, and so those are my ranking of that. And a lot of, let me tell you, there are a lot of stencils that I'm like, ooh, but I just either forget what company they're from, or this and the third, or I've moved on from, or they are no longer available. So anyways, that is one of the stencils that I have. Well, and I was working on it, and I thought that it was appropriate because it just spoke to me. And I was working on I think this is an 8x10 mixed media journal, one of my first that I got at Michael's, and I kind of thought that this really spoke to me. And I forgot the name of the stencil, and I will definitely give you guys the name and give you guys, the links to all those amazing goodies. And I just used some actually Crayola crayons. It's called Change Inside You, and I just used a bunch of different happy cup colors. And I added a little bit of my own little zigzag lines and stuff like that. Something really simple and just fun, to get me out of, I don't know, I guess like a funk of just the day that I had. I actually had some issues at the polling place or voting place that I was at the school nearby me, and I just, I ran into a lady, and I Snapchatted about this a couple of days ago, where first of all, when you walked in, it was hot, and the day was beautiful out, and it was hot when you walked in, so I was like, ugh. So that was annoying. You go in, you show your ID, you tell them your address, and the lady points to you. Oh, you're right here. I was the first place, the first table. But nobody at that table told you, if your last name begins with an S or a Z, or, a Z, what I want to say is a B, you're on the left, and then you're on the right, for whatever last name. Nobody says anything. I mean, there's a sign there, but you really don't, understand, what's that? Is this okay, what does that mean? So I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm on the line, and then people are like, oh, he skipped me, but his last name is this, you need to go on this, and I'm not skipping anybody. So there was a little bit of drama, and I was just like, this lady was just like, this is confusing and ridiculous. And I'm like, yeah, it is. This is really ridiculous. And I said it out loud because I wanted people to hear me, because I'm not ashamed of saying, oh, this sucks. And she was just like, oh, the system's just fine, don't, basically don't get mad. I'm not getting mad at you. I'm voicing my opinion that I feel that this system is not working, and that there needs to be more people directing other people's and exactly, okay, your last name is this, you need to go here, your last name is his, so you're going to need to go to the left. That's just me. And she was just like, oh, she mumbled something underneath her breath. And I was just like, well, I have a right to my opinion. She's like, oh, no, I didn't say that. I said, well, it sounds like you were. And then she was taking her time on something. I'm like, oh, all right, well, anyways, thank you. Have a good day. I'm like, okay, so what do I do next? You know, because I was just kind of impatient. Then there was no pens. Had to wait for this person to finish. And then people skipping you. Yeah, so it was just not very, very good, in my opinion. Very, very, very upsetting. So, yeah. I was not happy with the process, and yeah, so at the end of the day, it was not a pleasant thing. So anyways, moving it along, I also worked with some I don't remember if you pronounce it, Kuretake Gansai Tami watercolors. I have the 24 sets, and I would love to definitely get my hands on the bigger set, definitely, 100%. And I also have to get more brushes for either, I don't know if I should get them, because I like to work with both watercolors and acrylics, so I kind of thinking, my thinking is shifting and maybe getting some brushes, either multi-use brushes where I can get some acrylics. Actually, you know what? I'm actually thinking about just getting some watercolor brushes and then just getting some acrylic brushes. Because sometimes I mess up my acrylic brushes. I'm really hard on my acrylic brushes. So I might just get some water, separate. But thinking about that, even though it may be cheaper in the long run, but I am pretty hard on my acrylic brushes. So, I'll let you know what I get, in terms of that, how I feel about it, why I got them. In terms of colored pencils, I'm also thinking about getting a set. I just got, like I said, a small little set of Crayolas, because, I want to get some Gamsol and a stump so that I can do some, blending with that in the future. I really love how the image that I colored, it came out really cool. I kind of like the, that you can see the strokes that I did and stuff like that. So that's about it. So at the end of the day, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope that you enjoy it. If you have any comments or questions, you can always leave me a comment down below, or you can always email me at eileen@thelittlecrafter.com. And I will see you guys next week. And before I go, thank you to our veterans, past and present, for protecting our country. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And bye for now.